Um, I haven't been at the cathedral or the drugstore or the museum yet. Let's go to those places.
Welcome, my friend. Hello. I am the proprietor.
Yeah, it was a good idea, but I don't know what it does.
If you have any questions, I will be happy to assist.
Great. My name is Knight, and I'll probably take you up on that.
A voodoo museum. Oh, it's a drummer from the park. Painting.
That must be Marie Laveau.
Oh.
Gabriel can't see a way to use that.
Oh.
The back wall displays various voodoo items, such as offerings of fruits to the voodoo deities. A leather whip hangs from a peg on the wall.
Oh, hurt me.
Oh my god, Gabriel. Such filthy mind.
The voodoo shrine is
No.
filled with items that both fascinate Gabriel and also make his skin crawl.
Will that look sacrilegious? Magenta Moonbeam. Voodoo Inn.
Can I take it?
A flyer
Oh.
advertising Magenta Moonbeam, a local voodoo inn. Her parlor is on the corner of Orleans and Dauphine.
Apparently we need to talk to her at some point.
They lend a certain psychotic ambiance.
I'm psychotic. Wow. Is that like a child? Like a children's
This
coffin?
coffin is so small.
It's a bit creepy.
A waste of some perfectly good wine, if you ask me. It wouldn't be much of a voodoo museum without a voodoo doll.
That's true.
Wonder who that poor bastard was.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think I can do anything here.
Flickering candles lend an appropriately spooky atmosphere to the museum.
I want to have a look at the snake, but I don't think I'm allowed to.
An official voodoo wishing stump. Rub it and make a wish, a card says.
Okay.
I say the same thing to women.
Oh my god. Can I rub it? Make a wish?
I wish Malia Gedde were mine forever. Really. I mean it.
What was that?
Oh, nothing.
Oh.
An authentic looking pole marks the center of the room. Authentic what? Gabriel isn't sure. A very large, very formidable looking snake is secured in a plexiglass cage.
Can I have a look?
Python is quite dangerous.
Oh.
I would stay back if I were you.
Thanks for the advice.
It's in a cage. Can't hurt me.
Dr. John is a huge man. If his manner weren't so pleasant, he'd be intimidating.
I still find him quite intimidating, to be fair. Oh, wait. No, I want to talk to him. Alright, let's talk to...
Could I ask
This
you a
guy.
few questions?
That is why I am here.
Okay.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Historical voodoo. Or the voodoo currently practiced in the city.
Both?
What do you know about the Voodoo Murders?
The killings in the newspaper. I know they have nothing to do with true voodoo in New Orleans.
Are you sure?
What makes you think the Voodoo Murders aren't being done by local practitioners?
Voodoo is a popular boogeyman, Mr. Knight. Especially in New Orleans. Anyone can pretend to use it. Just as anyone can pretend to be a black belt in karate. And for the same reason. To intimidate
I mean,
I know
yeah.
voodoo in this city, Mr. Knight. And believe me, it is not about killing. Even the police have stated that the killings have nothing to do with local voodoo.
What do you think of New Orleans?
It is the only city in the United States, as far as I am concerned.
Well, snakes.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Ah, you have perhaps noticed.
Yeah,
the
it's a
museum
beautiful
snake, Mr.
snake.
Knight?
It's also kind
They
of
are
blue,
Beautiful creatures.
like greenish
Do you
blue.
not agree? And the tourists seem to associate them with voodoo.
Oh, that's true.
Tell me about yourself.
Me?
Yes, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Is it you wish to learn?
Who the fuck are you?
Why did you open a voodoo museum?
The subject has fascinated me all my life, and I wanted to help preserve the cultural heritage it represents.
Okay.
What kind of background in voodoo do you have?
Let us just say I cut my teeth on it, Mr. Knight. It is in my blood.
Do you do anything besides run the museum?
No, the museum does not make me a rich man, but my material needs are simple. I prefer to
So he's a
focus on my
voodoo
one true
doctor.
interest in life.
Doesn't that mean he kind of has, like, you know, patients? Like people
What
he,
are your own religious beliefs?
I don't know,
My
helps?
beliefs are too personal and too complex to discuss with a layman, Mr. Knight.
I actually forgot what I asked him.
Actually, I can't think of a thing.
Then let us discuss something else.
Historical voodoo?
Tell me about historical voodoo.
Very well. I will start at the
Oh,
beginning,
no.
Mr. Knight, and we'll go on from there at your prompting.
Sounds good.
As you may know, voodoo is a grassroots religion, formed by the mixing together of many different African tribal religions and Anglo religions, such as Catholicism or Protestantism. In other words, it is a religion born of the African slave trade. But African slaves were imported not only by the United States, but also into the West Indies, with the French and Spanish-ran plantation islands. Prior to 1803, the New Orleans area was owned by France. The French Creole in those days owned many African slaves. But the Creole did not permit their slaves to gather, giving no chance for voodoo to breed here natively. The Creole also knew enough about the corrupted pagan practices of the West Indies slaves to ban the importings of slaves from that region.
Okay, so far that's nothing I didn't know.
So, how did voodoo come to New Orleans?
After the Louisiana Purchase, American legislators relaxed regulations. Slaves were permitted to gather. The Americans also removed the ban on West Indies slaves. Around the same time, a slave revolt occurred in Santo Domingo, what is now Haiti.
Okay.
Between the lifting of the ban and the Haitian revolt, West Indies slaves began pouring into New Orleans. Some of them were free people of color, freed or escaped slaves. Some came with their white owners who were fleeing from the revolt.
Okay.
What happened when the West Indies slaves got here?
They brought voodoo with them. The native slaves were more than enthusiastic about embracing it. It gave them power, Mr. Knight, if only in the form of a communal bond. Among the first meeting places were the Bayou St. John and the shore of Lake Pontchartrain. The early voodoos were heavy snake worshippers, worshipping the one they called the Great Zombie.
Okay, so they worship snakes. A
Tell me
lot.
more about historical voodoo.
By 1817, the voodoo activities were beginning to cause fear among the white slave owners. An ordinance was passed to forbid slave gatherings except in designated public areas at designated times. The time was Sunday afternoons, and the place, Congo Square. The slaves and free people of color gathered to dance simulations of their voodoo dances, right in sight of Creole society. Of course, they also continued to meet in private for the real thing.
Okay, so they had public gatherings, but they also had, like, forbidden private
Tell me
gatherings.
more about historical voodoo.
There were a variety of kings and queens at first, voodoo priests and priestesses. But from about 1830, a single power emerged.
Marie Laveau, right?
This was a voodoo queen named Marie Laveau. Marie Laveau ruled voodoo in New Orleans for many years.
Okay, so Marie Laveau. Let's ask about her first.
About Marie Laveau.
There were actually two Marie Laveaus,
Oh.
mother and daughter. Most people thought they were the same woman. Her continued youth added to the mystique. The original, the mother, was also known as Widow Paris. It was she that began the empire.
Widow Paris. Why was she called Widow Paris?
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
The Laveau tomb, where one or both of the Maries are believed to be buried, is in St. Louis Cemetery No. 1. It is a popular shrine for practitioners and tourists alike. I myself take tours through the cemetery on a regular basis.
Really? Do you have any running this week?
No, but the cemetery is
Okay,
open
so
to
we
the
can look
general
at the
public as well.
tomb. Do we need more? No. Okay. Let's talk about current voodoo.
Tell me about current voodoo.
Many people think of voodoo in terms of magic spells or gree-gree. That kind of practice is actually called hoodoo and is only a part of true voodoo. Voodoo, the religion, has a strong following in New Orleans. In fact, it is growing quite rapidly. There are several voodoo churches or temples in the city, and others all across the United States. African Americans see it as a tradition all their own. Whites, and there are many in the religion, are attracted to it because they think it is exotic. I personally am more interested in the history of voodoo. Some of the movements are copying Haitian or even African voodoo. But it is the voodoo of New Orleans that I find so intriguing.
What's the difference between like Haitian voodoo and African? Okay, so let's ask about hoodoo.
What exactly is hoodoo?
Hoodoo refers to magic folk traditions of the South. Hoodoo is a bastard of voodoo. Many of the gree-gree are similar, but hoodoo does not have the religious aspects of voodoo.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's, you know, all the spells and the, I don't know, potions, whatever, without the religious aspect of voodoo. Can I not look at the snake?
A very large, very formidable
Apparently
looking
not.
snake is secured in a plexiglass cage.
Oh, so if it's grey, it doesn't mean that it isn't, like it's... I thought it meant it was done.
Could I ask you some more questions?
Of course, I also find our dialogue stimulating.
What a statement! I also find our dialogue stimulating. Oh well. Can I talk more about
Is this
snakes?
snake yours?
Oh.
Do you use it in your practice of voodoo?
I admire the spirit of the snake, Mr. Knight. But snakes, like the museums, can be quite dangerous to handle.
You didn't really answer my question.
I think I did, Mr. Knight.
I think that's a yes.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
When the widow Paris began to practice, there were many voodooians in the city. By 1830, she was voodoo queen of all New Orleans. The widow Paris was a hairdresser for rich Creole ladies. She also paid household servants to spy for her. Between the two, she knew everything about everyone who mattered in New Orleans. She was not above using her information to appear psychic, to intimidate,
Yeah, so actually...
even to blackmail.
You sound as though you admire her.
For a black woman in the mid-1800s to gain power is an incredible thing, Mr. Knight. However she achieved it.
I mean, I guess that's true. Like, it's impressive even though it's not, you know,
You know
legitimate.
nothing about the Voodoo Murders case?
I neither know nor care to know, Mr. Knight. My only possible interest is in how it might affect the public's attitude towards
Okay,
the
so he
museum.
probably doesn't
So far, it
agree
has
with
not
all.
been an issue. No one has even had the bad taste to bring it up. Until you, that is.
Look, it's our job, kind of. I don't really know what the chat option
Those who
is.
truly seek to understand are few, Mr. Knight. But even one can be an audience.
Sounds about like my shop.
Yeah, that's true. That sounds like our job. Shop. Well.
The python is quite dangerous. I would stay back if
I need to have a look
Thanks
at
for
the
the advice.
python. I need a scale.
The snake is too far away.
Damn it. Huh.
It's an electrical switch.
For the fan, probably. What do we do with that? I'm doing all sorts of weird stuff that I
What does
don't
this
know.
turn that thing off.
Oh!
Sorry.
The snake doesn't like that.
Air conditioning, you see.
Yeah, I see.
Do it again.
Gabriel has no interest in the
Damn
noisy
it.
fan at the moment.
So it makes noise. It also kind of agitates the snake.
Goodbye, Dr. John.
Walk carefully out there, Mr. Knight.
Is that a threat? St. Louis Cemetery, Moonbeam Residence. Still didn't go to the drugstore. Or the cathedral. Oh my.
Hello.
Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's a little Yorkshire.
Bonjour, Monsieur Walker.
Bienvenue, Madame Casano. Comment ça va? How you be feeling today?
Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Walker. I'm certain someone's buried a sleep knot bag somewhere near my steps. I haven't slept a wink, not in weeks.
Now, don't that beat all? I'll need some easy night candles then, huh?
Do you think that would help? I do hope you're right. I said 3 rosaries this morning for Our Lady's intervention.
Rosary good, sure enough, but you buying them candles too, boy, you gonna whip every no-sleep gree-gree, I tell you for sure.
Very well, Mr. Walker. Put them
Oh
on
my
account and
God.
send them around to my house. Oh, and there's another thing. I didn't catch her at it, but I know. Mrs. Lefebvre put stomachache powder in my tea at the last meeting of the Creole Grand Dame. I've been in misery.
Now, you put 9 pinheads up in the little box. Add a pinch of graveyard dust. Put it up under her front post step. That'll turn the trick back on Miss Lefebvre, and she be the one with the bellyache. I got the pins of dust right here if you want them.
If the Blessed Virgin will grant me her protection, I'll be safe from these practitioners of evil.
Me, madame. Though, don't hurt to be proactive neither now, does it?
Naturellement, monsieur. Merci beaucoup.
Mais non, madame. It's nothing. Au revoir.
Au revoir, Monsieur Walker.
Oh my god, that French is horrible. I guess that's how you pronounce it in the US though. Like in New Orleans, it's probably how the French sounds. But wow, what a fraud. Willie, such a fraud.
Root bags, curio boxes, and magic candles. Sold as curios only.
Oh.
We cannot guarantee results. Garlic, cloves, and other dried goods.
I'm
and
probably going to
spices are
need
collected
something
in
later.
bowls.
I know where to come if I ever have a vampire problem.
Can we talk to him?
Hi there. Is this your store?
This the Dixieland drugstore. And I own it. Me. Name's
Willie Walker.
Willie Walker.
Can you tell me what you know about voodoo?
This is a novelty shop, monsieur.
Do you think I'm stupid? This is a voodoo shop. Look at all this stuff.
These is novelties, curiosities. People want to think they magic. It's not my concern, you know.
Oh, so that's how he's allowed to stay open, by saying, well, it's not real voodoo, right? It's
Are you telling me
just...
that you own a voodoo shop, but you know nothing about voodoo practices?
Fire n'est pas affaire blanc.
What does that mean?
It mean you should mind your own business, monsieur.
That's very bastardized French.
What do you know about the Voodoo Murders?
Caprice encore.
What did you say?
Nothing. Them killings have nothing to do with my
Sans
shop,
corps,
monsieur.
so without a heart. But what is cabri? I don't know what that means.
What do you think of New Orleans?
I live here all my life, me.
Oh, it's okay, Yuta. You do whatever you have to do. But yeah, what does cabri mean? It's really... I know what sans corps means, but...
If you're not from around here, monsieur, you should sign up for some tours.
Okay, what do you know about
Do
snakes?
you know anything about snakes?
What kind of snakes?
The kind they use in voodoo?
Pythons, boas. So I've heard.
Really? Do you have one?
Are you crazy? What would I want with a python?
I don't know.
What did you mean when you said Cabri Sanko?
I didn't say that.
You
Yes,
did.
you did.
I heard you say it.
You heard wrong, monsieur. I said no such thing.
Is it like a sort of curse that you...
What
Put
do you
on
know
people.
about Marie Laveau?
Marie, she's somebody from the old days. One of them old folk tales. The tourists eat it up, no?
That customer of yours, the little old lady.
Customer?
The woman I saw in here, Madame Casino, you called her.
I don't talk about my customers to
Yeah, I
me.
thought you were French, seeing your username. I mean, I don't know what it means, but... I'm like, that's French.
Tell me about yourself.
My name's Willie White.
I understand quite a bit of French, but not that well.
How did you get into this kind of business?
Now, why should I discuss my business with you, man?
Okay, so he just doesn't like us.
So, this is a voodoo store, huh?
Voodoo? No, man. This a curio shop. The things you see here from local folklore. None of it real, I tell you for sure.
What about all these magic oils and powders you're selling? Aren't they a part of voodoo?
Read the label, man. We make no claims. Sold as curio only. It mean what it say, no? These are novelties, not voodoo.
Yeah, okay. So he keeps saying that.
It's important that I talk to Madame Casino. You see, I'm doing some research, and
I can't tell you anything about her.
I mean, okay. I guess we have to come back later, anyway. Feel like I'm doing a lot of stuff that I don't really have to do.
A sign on the front door of Magenta's home reads, Attuning with the Spirit Realm, back on June 22nd.
AKA, she's taking a vacation. I probably don't have to be here yet, but whatever.
Odd-looking marks adorn the Laveau tomb wall. The wall doesn't work that way.
Okay, I guess the wall doesn't work that way.
Gabriel can't take the marks with him that way.
Yeah, no, where's my sketchbook? Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Oh no. The controls are sometimes a little bit difficult for me. Oh.
I want a copy of these strange marks.
It's probably some sort of code. Oh my god. This is going to annoy me later, I'm sure of it. Let's have a look around.
An angel with a cross stands guard over one of the tombs.
A brick? I don't know what we need that for, but apparently we do. I thought the guy was gonna get angry at me.
Food, trinkets, and more unsettling things have been left at Marie Laveau's tomb as offerings from believers.
Yeah, she has quite a couple of offerings for her.
No
Can we-
thanks.
Oh. Thought maybe we could take some things.
The
Okay.
tomb is securely closed. A plaque on the tomb reads, Laveau.
Marie Laveau, this Greek revival tomb is reputed burial place of this notorious voodoo queen. A mystic cult, voodooism of African origin, was brought to this city from Santo Domingo and flourished in 19th century. In the 19th century, Marie Laveau was the most widely known of many practitioners of the cult. I mean, I guess it's some sort of cult. I don't think we can talk to the tomb. Apparently there's something further down. Oh, thanks. I have no clue what I'm doing. Like, this is probably all stuff for later, but kinda just looking around.
Two enormous vases flank the front of the Gedde tomb.
Oh, so that's the Gedde tomb. Oh, I haven't been to Gedde yet. So these are all tombs. Anything I can take with me? No. Okay, I'll probably need that later. Still haven't been to the cathedral. Maybe I should do that first.
At least the cherub is an aesthetic way of asking for donations.
Okay. Can we go to the confessional?
Curtain confessionals are a subtle, old-fashioned presence on the left of the nave.
Like, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Someone is in that confessional.
Oh.
Gabriel will have to wait.
Can we eavesdrop on them? No. That's a shame.
The chancel of St. Louis Cathedral consists of a raised dais, an altar, 2 pedestals, and a choir area.
So there's like some flags, some pews. Is that all? Maybe someone is here later. So we still don't have money.
Wind. Now I have to start all over.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get money. But we can't take the money from our own cash register for some reason. Yeah, hit him with a brick. Oh, that's not a good idea. Let's talk to him.
Could I get a doobie dog, please?
Not now, I'm busy.
An unambitious person in the 90s. Amazing.
Okay, so apparently he doesn't want to sell us anything. Not that we have money for that, but... Alright, let's, Greater New Orleans map. Oh, so that's the Gedde mansion. I guess we can... I mean, she's not going to want to talk to us. Well, maybe, if she's bored. Anything here? No. Alright. Maybe she'll talk to us.
May I help you?
Oh, a butler. Oh, that's fancy. Yes? Can I talk to you? Oh. selling encyclopedias, magazine subscriptions, silverware polish. Let me in. Wrong house. Let's
I'd
just...
like to see Malia Gedde, please.
I'm sorry, but unless you have an appointment,
Just
for
let me in?
business, I cannot announce you.
I have the official business of... I don't know.
I do have official business.
Really? Please tell me the nature
Oh,
of it.
shit. Well, I want to.
I'd really like to see Malia Gedde.
I told you that unless you have official business with Ms. Gedde, I cannot let you in.
Let me in.
Please let me in.
No. Go away before I call the police.
We're not being very good at this, are we? Knock knock. Do I need an excuse to get in the house?
May I help you?
Yes, I'm here for oh gosh. Yeah, it's all pretty... So far the puzzles are okay.
Is famous for its elaborate old plantation homes and mansions.
I just don't know how to get money.
This particular mansion is impeccably groomed.
Yeah, okay, I didn't really want to do that. I just want to... Can I just hit him with a brick? No, let's not do that.
I've got important business with Miss Gedde.
Yes. I'm waiting on some evidence of that, sir.
Ah, yes. Evidence. Showing the murder photo. This is not going to work at all. Use it on him.
Does this do anything for you?
No, it does not, sir.
Shit. The voodoo code. So not going to work.
Does this do anything for you?
No, it does not, sir.
We have hair gel and a snake scale. Yeah, no. Maybe the pattern. Like, look, it's official business. Just let me in.
Does this do anything for you?
I'm going to throw a brick at the window.
It does not, sir.
Okay, fine. Jesus Christ, I'm going.
This is private property. Gabriel should stay near the front door till invited to do otherwise.
I guess I'm going.
Just as I thought. Good day.
Oh, it's
sir.
timed as well, I guess. Can I use a brick on the window? Oh my god. I'm just... Aww.
It wouldn't be worth breaking into Malia's house.
I don't know, maybe it is worth it. Apparently not. How do I get in that house? Wasn't I supposed to see my grandmother or my mother or whatever it was? Like, doesn't she live somewhere here? Oh no, she sent me the box of items. Oh, what do I have that I... Maybe I have to talk to Grace. Okay, let's talk to...
Hello.
Oh,
beautiful.
Grandma's later.
It's me.
Oh, okay.
The excitement of seeing you is killing me.
Aw, Grace is so sweet. Let's hit her with a brick.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Could she do some research?
Could you do some research for me?
Sure, what?
Madame Cazonou.
I need you to look up a Madame Casino.
Madame
Oh,
Casino.
Casino.
Is she related to the murders the same way your friend Malia Gedde was?
Well,
Right. Casino's at least 70.
As if that makes a difference to you. Okay, I'll see what I can find. Anything else?
no.
I can't think of anything.
Oh yeah.
Do you have any idea what Cabri Sanko means?
No. Sounds French, though.
Oh well, thank you, Grace. I hadn't figured that.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Wasn't she a big voodoo queen before the Civil War?
Oh, maybe I can ask
Well,
Dr.
you just heard
John.
everything I know about her.
Do I have any
Do
messages?
you have messages for me?
Nope, none right now.
Aw. Maybe I should talk to Dr. John. Although he's probably not going to want to tell me.
I'm going out.
Don't hurry back on my account.
I need to get that. I need to get money for the kid. So he gets the drawing so I can ask the artist.
Glad you could return to us, Mr.
Oh, I also need to distract the police lady. And I need the snake, but...
Could I ask you some more questions?
Of course. I also find our dialogue stimulating.
Do you know what Cabri Sanko means?
I fear my French is not all it should be, Mr.
As if you don't know what it means. Liar. Everyone is lying to me.
Goodbye, Dr. John.
Goodbye, Mr. Knight.
I need money.
The sign says the Overlook's closed for repairs until June 21st.
Is there anywhere I can get money? Can I ask Mosley for money? I also don't know what I have to do in the alleyway. Talk to the
If
window.
Gabriel wants to talk to Mosley, he can go in through the front door.
Well, maybe I don't want to talk to Mosley. Or the building. Okay, I guess we don't do anything. Is there anything here I can distract the police with? At least they're letting me in without any problem.
Detective Mosley. Hard at work, I see.
Yeah. What is it, you anchor? Are you hot? Man, I'm hot.
Was he wearing his coat earlier? I guess he was.
The coffee cup is empty.
Can we ask another? Oh, his badge is in his coat, isn't it? Can I have some coffee?
You're the writer. Ask away.
Oh, I'm going to impersonate a police officer. Oh, as if he knows what Cabri Sanko means. Give me a coffee.
How about getting me some coffee?
What am I, your slave?
Hey, I'm working my butt off here.
Yeah. Fine.
Ah, I feel sorry for him. He's such a nice guy. But, yeah, give me that cup of coffee. He's the only one here that will give me coffee. Okay, just go away. I need your badge. Get that. Yes. And I guess then I can talk to Malia Gedde.
I think I'll just borrow this badge.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing with my coat?
Nothing.
I thought I saw something crawling on it.
Just drink this.
Thanks, tons. I mean it.
Hmm. Was it Mark Hamill in the original game? Oh, I didn't know that. I know that Gabriel Knight was Tim Curry, I think. Oh, but I didn't know
Anything else?
Mark Hamill voiced Mosley. Let's ask him something just because we're here.
Does the phrase Capri Sanko mean anything to you?
Hell no. Is that French? My mother spoke it, but I always had a hard enough time just speaking English.
True enough.
Insult him.
Have you ever called the hair club for men?
I'd rather have no hair than your hair, Knight.
There's nothing wrong with his hair. Oh, actually there is. Yeah, I don't really know the voice cast for the original, apart from Tim Curry. I don't really know the rest of the voice actors. Maybe I should put the thermostat back.
Gabriel decides to give Mosley a break and not
Oh,
change
they
the
changed it
character
back.
again.
Okay. Is there anything I can do to...
The bulletin board is littered with everything from wanted posters to flyers.
Okay, so we don't need that. Well, let's not use the badge here. Where's the map? Alright. Yes. Now we can finally tell that butler that we can come in, right? Oh yeah, let's just... Can we just show him the badge? Yeah.
My name is Detective Mosley. I'm here on police business.
Really? How interesting. Wait here. I'll inform Ms. Gedde.
Yes. I'm glad no one knows what Detective Mosley looks like. You know?
Ms. Gedde will see you. Right this way.
Thank you, Jeeves. Oh my
Ms.
god.
Gedde will be down shortly.
How classy.
Thank you.
Oh my god. Immediately stands up again. Does that mean I have to do something? Because I can't, I think. Oh my. Jeez.
What can I do for you, Detective?
Oh my. Let's see, is there anything interesting? Not really. Okay. Let's talk to her.
Mind if I ask you a few questions, Miss Gedde?
I assume that's what you're here for, Detective.
Well, don't be such a wise ass to me.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? Why would you want to know about that, Detective? It's rather silly, isn't it?
Oh, don't lie to
Nothing
me.
silly about the voodoo murders.
But that voodoo is faked. That's what I've read in the papers.
That's
Yeah.
what the papers say, all right.
But you're not convinced.
No, frankly, I'm not. The police department isn't known for its imagination.
Oh? Well, I can see that your imagination is considerable.
Well, I mean, I think she's lying.
Are you sure you can't tell me anything about voodoo?
I really don't know much about it. Isn't there some place in town that you can find out about that sort of thing? A museum or something?
I believe there is a museum.
Then maybe you should check there.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Apparently it's essential that we flirt
Only
with
what I
her.
read in the papers.
And what do you read in the papers?
I'm sure you know much more about it than I, detective.
I think she knows that we're not a detective.
Tell me about your life in New Orleans.
The Gedde family came to New Orleans in 1800. We worked very hard to get where we are. On the other hand, we've done a lot for this community.
I can believe that. You're doing a lot for me right now.
Okay, Gabriel,
Tell me
seriously.
more about New Orleans.
I'm afraid I don't get out into New Orleans society much. Because of the Gedde money, we have slots in the best country clubs and on the best Mardi Gras courts. But I must admit, I hate it. I avoid actually making an appearance unless it becomes absolutely necessary.
I know about those courts. They're very exclusive.
Yes, especially when it comes to people of my race.
Oh,
That's why we don't turn down the appointments. It's a rare opportunity to rub their noses in it. But that's not where I spend my time. I have more important things to do with my life.
like
That's
voodoo.
admirable. Many women would love the chance to get caught up in that kind of life.
I'm not any kind of woman you might be familiar with.
Yes,
Ouch.
I can see that.
Oh my god. It's so
Do you
awkward.
know anything about snakes?
I'm no expert. I don't fear them like most people do.
Okay.
What do you know about Marie Laveau?
I've heard of her, of course, but that's about it.
Do you have any idea what Cabri Sanko means?
No, I don't. What does it mean, detective?
That's confidential information.
It means heartless. I don't know, something.
Tell me about yourself.
I suppose I don't really have a choice. What do you want to know, detective?
Okay.
What kind of things interest you?
I don't have a lot of free time, but I do appreciate the arts. Opera, symphony, ballet, fine art. If you look around, you'll see that we collect African art, for example.
Yes.
Like
that's very
voodoo.
It is, detective. It
Oh
means
my.
a great deal to me.
Like, she must know a lot about voodoo.
Do you have a career?
A career? Being the head of the Gedde family is a 24-hour-a-day job. We have many holdings and many responsibilities, financial and otherwise. The management of our business affairs and properties leaves me with time for little else.
Poor little rich girl?
Believe it or not, detective, wealth does have its price.
So she's the head of the family.
Tell me about your family.
The Geddes? We're a very private family.
How many people are there in your family?
Well, my mother just passed away.
Oh, I am sorry.
So am I. She was a magnificent woman. We were very close. I was an only child.
And your father?
I never knew him.
It's hard to believe that any man would leave a woman like you. Or like your mother must have been.
He did not leave, detective. But
Ouch.
that's really none of your concern.
I'm sorry. Go on.
There are, of course, other Geddes in the city. I have a large extended family.
I see.
Extended family.
Do you have a husband, boyfriend?
I'm very independent, detective. The women in my family have always preferred it that way.
So you've never been married?
No, and I never will be.
What about children?
Yes, that is likely.
So no marriage, but children.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
I have a business degree from Vanderbilt.
Oh.
I wanted to study psychology, but my family's interests came first.
Oh, why not something like law then? Surely that would have been an asset to the family.
Law? Please. I do have some morals,
Ouch.
detective.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
For the record, I'm 28, detective.
Did I need to know that?
I'd like to hear just about anything.
I have few friends. A woman in my position can't really afford them.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
I try to stay away from the media as much as possible. Last year there was that story about John Jr. and I. Phone didn't stop ringing for weeks.
Who's John
I
Jr.?
prefer to keep my private life
Is it Dr.
private.
John?
I would appreciate it if you keep my name away from any public association with the police, Detective.
Of course.
Okay, so we asked
I
everything.
wouldn't know where to begin.
As you wish, Detective.
Okay, so the lake, I guess.
Can you tell me anything about what happened out there?
I wish I could. But I've never seen or heard anything unusual at the lake. And I do spend quite a bit of time out there.
Alright, let's flirt with her, because apparently we have to.
Excuse me, but your eyes are really distracting. I don't think I've ever seen a color quite like that brownish gold. It's so deep and rich.
Brownish gold.
Man, if I could bottle that, I'd make a fortune.
Thank you, Detective. That's an interesting observation, though probably not relevant to your case.
A good
Probably
detective
not.
never knows what might be relevant, Miss Gedde.
Then you must be truly exceptional at your job.
Yes, very.
I can't help noticing that you're in incredible shape, Miss Gedde. Your legs are so
Oh, this is so...
Do you work out
awkward.
at one of the clubs by the lake?
Well, Detective, I do enjoy physical activity.
If you
Oh,
phrase it
me
like
too.
that.
Actually, I was referring to swimming and modern dance. I can't say that I do much exercising at the lake, though.
Ah, well, it was worth asking.
I think this has gone on long enough. You're not really a detective.
Look,
are you?
don't blow my cover.
Well, I am on this case, Miss Gedde.
I saw you at the lake yesterday. I thought you must be with the police since you were there, but you don't act like a police officer. Besides, I'm rather certain that the other man said his name was Mosley.
Well,
All right, you caught me. I'm not with the police. My name is Gabriel Knight. I'm a writer working with Detective Mosley on a book.
Well, Mr. Knight, now that we've established who you are, perhaps you can tell me the real reason you're here.
Well, I am researching the book, and I thought you might have seen or heard something at the lake.
I don't like liars, Mr. Knight.
alright, I like the way you look.
Okay, you're right. I really just wanted to see you again. You can be mad at me if you want, but I swear I've never done anything like this before.
Mr. Knight, you've lied about your identity and wasted my time with meaningless questions. If it weren't vaguely flattering, I'd really be angry. You're lucky I don't call the real police.
Ah,
I think you should go, Mr. Knight.
Malia, wait. If you just give me a chance.
I've wasted enough time. I'll have Robert show you out.
uh-oh. That's not good.
Robert? Show Mr. Knight out, please.
I most certainly will.
Ouch.
Thank you very much. I had a lovely time. Ah, shit.
Okay, so now the butler also knows. Well, we did speak to her, I guess.